Good evening. William Mean here, and I am in the process of trying to change the name of my platform because there's just so many William Means out there, and I kind of want a different name anyway. I'm looking to maybe change it to the Renegade. Sounds like a good name for me. But anyway, I want to get into something a little bit different here. And I hope you had a great weekend. I want to jump into this right away. Gun control. I know everybody's going to sit and say, oh, here we go with this. I got to listen to this nonsense with gun control. What is it? Let me finish up there. Gun control originated right here in the state of New Jersey, technically speaking. And you can get this information through your website, your library, or any device you wish to get to. And you get a whole write-up on Jim Florio and gun control, which started right here in the state of New Jersey. Now, many of us try to, we protest, which we did, and we try to get a lot of outside assistance to help us, to help squish this thing if we could. Or squash, squish, whatever you call the word. Anyway, a lot of people kind of laughed at it because they said it would never go across the country, it won't happen in my state, and so forth and so forth. Well, during the time of the Clinton administration, they needed something to do something with the AR-15s. They were a newer platform firearms that were coming in, and they called them assault weapons because it did everything with columbine. Fortunately, columbine did not use an AR-15. They used either shotguns or some other MAC-10 or some other crazy firearms. They had a lot of homemade explosives and so forth. There's a lot more write-up you can get on them. And plus the medications that one of them was on. But that's a little, again, another time. But that's part of what this is about. According to the Bruner, or the Supreme Court of Clarence Thomas, text, texture, and history are the main key factors here, because all these laws that these states are holding into are a violation of those three ordinance parts of the Second Amendment. Now, wait a minute here. There's a point to all I'm trying to get in here with this. When you start thumbing your nose up to the Supreme Court, you're literally saying that you do not obey the law. But they're the rights of the people. Now, if you're going to turn around and say, well, that doesn't work here, or this nonsense that a good guy with a gun, a bad guy with a gun, that's BS. It doesn't work. You're literally telling the people of your state, or of my state as well, that you don't have a right to self-defense. Period. But yet we have high crime too. Lots of high crime. We have drug dealers running rampant. We have carjackers doing what they want. We have child molesters doing what they want. We have home invasions here. And gangs gaining territory. And law enforcement do what they can do. Law enforcement are human beings just like we are. They're here to protect the community. If they can assist you, they will do everything they can to assist you and to protect you. But it's not their job to protect you as the individual. They're not going to be in your home. They're not going to be on your doorstep waiting for somebody to come in and attack you. That just can't happen. Which comes to the other part of this mess. Democrats run this thing like an infomercial or a commercial, and they're saying you got to have gun control. Gun control is everything for you. It'll protect you. It'll get that nasty old gun out of your house. Nobody can get killed. Your children don't get hurt. Your dog don't even die. Your cat stays alive, and your hamster is going to jump and run around the wheel faster. Okay. So, let's just look at it for what it is. Gun control is only for a certain set of people. Now, mind you, we as Americans, we the people, elect individuals to represent us, to protect us from our rights. But when they come look at you in the eye behind the podium, with tears streaming down their face and pointing at the Constitution saying this is the best we can do, but you elect me and won't make it happen, What did you do? We compromised. It's good gun control. It's common sense. Where is common sense in this? You got drug dealers running around. You got carjackers. You got all these criminals running rampant. People get knifed. The fact I seen 18 in, I think it was in New York or Philadelphia, and there was 37 hammers and beatings. Yeah. Muggings and carjackings in gun-free zones. But don't worry about it. Everything's fine. It's the nasty AR-15 that's the problem. Go figure. Gun control is set for a certain set of people. People who believe in their rights. People who believe in the Constitution. People who believe in the right of law. According to Democrats, if you own a car, you have a home, you're renting or you're buying, you have a family, you're a single mom, single dad, or you're a family member, you're a grandpa, a grandmom, aunt, uncle, and you believe in the Constitution, and you're a veteran under 21, gun control's for you. Sounds stupid, doesn't it? But that's the way they're implementing this crazy nonsense to you. Gun control's for you. That's why we got all these safe areas up. All these areas are gun-free zones. You have purchased a firearm, you went through all the hoops, you went through all the training, but you can't carry the darn thing because we got all these gun-free zones and everything is just beautiful here in La La Land. Just make you feel warm and fuzzy inside. Yeah. The problem lies is with that issue is that those who are exempt from gun control are your judges, your prosecutors, your state and federal law enforcement, federal CIA, FBI, ATF, are all exempt from gun control. And if you're a politician, you're also exempt from gun control. If you're a child rapist, a murderer, a carjacker, you're a home invader, you are a gang member, you are a 50-time felon in and out of jail like a revolving door, you too are exempt from gun control. But gun control is only meant for you, the people who believe in this crazy ideology of the Constitution. Now that's kind of weird, isn't it? You believe in that. You don't need rights. You don't need a firearm. That's what we got police for. Sure. Got buses into your door. You gotta run around find a safe haven if you're lucky. Pick up a phone and say, I need a police officer right away. Or you're gonna tell the cop, hey, wait, hold on. Let me call the police first before you start stealing everything out of my home. Or you're going to get raped by some clown. Here's a whistle and here's a spray and good luck to you. In the world of La La Land, these people believe in, this is the crazy point that makes no sense because this is what they believe. They want control over you. So they create all these crazy laws. Now, the Supreme Court is very clear, but they don't believe in the Supreme Court anymore. They don't believe in the rule of law. But they turn around and tell you, you have to obey the laws of which we write. That's how this gun control system works, right? You have to obey. Since we start obeying criminals. Since we start obeying people who violate the law repeatedly, or they are so above us in the law chain here that you peasants down at the bottom here are nothing. Sad part about this Constitution is very clear. We the people, we're the government. We cannot speak the same, but we elect representatives to represent us. We own the institutions that those people are sitting up there for and getting fat paychecks. Right. In the interim of all this mess, they write these stupid laws, they disobey the court. Now, as Clarence Thomas is very clear in his findings of the Second Amendment, is very, very clear. It's text, texture, and history. Plain and simple. Right across the board. That's what it means. So all these laws that they write are actually illegal. But when you have a party that's so powerful and it has constant heavy communications among certain states and outside of the United States, yeah, you wonder if this is really a political party or the ruling factor anymore. But there are many Democrats out there who own firearms, who believe in the rights of the people. You have Republicans who do the same thing. You got to find these people and replace them with these idiotic idiots who don't do anything, but turn around and say it's the best we can do, or we fought hard, or whatever it is, we compromised. Since when your rights are to be compromised? Or better yet, like Joe says, no right is absolute. Wow. Ain't that interesting? So all those people who shed all their lives for throughout this country with this Constitution was for nothing. According to this administration, of course. They're not. You are your own best protection. Period. They're not God up there. They cannot turn around and tell you that you don't have the right to defend yourself. We're worried about that criminal that you might do bodily harm to. Or that carjacker. All he wants is your car. He needs to take a ride somewhere because you need to give it to him. Or he breaks in your home. Oh, you know what? I need your computer. I need your refrigerator. Let me just have whatever I want. And you do not get involved. Give me your wallet. This is the idiocy of these politicians. Gun control is not for these other people, but it's all against you because you're law-abiding citizens. They can write all the laws they want, and they can do that. But remember one thing. The right to self-preservation is God's law. It's in every living thing around this planet. And when politicians decide they're going to walk up the thunder nose at the law and the right to people and say, no, you obey us, you have a problem. You got Democrats that believe in the Constitution, you got Republicans that believe in the Constitution. You need to get those individuals in and kick these other clowns out. The corrupt ones. I urge you to vote. The 2022 November, get out there and vote. Mail-in ballot if you have to. Get in there and make your voices heard. Until then, keep your friends and family safe. We'll see you around. And let's go back to real world. Take care.